Okay, we're live now. Okay, so if anyone's joining, my webcam is in front of me, but my computer with the chat is here. So I'm actually going to get this up on my phone so I can dot between looking. So if anybody shows up, I can't see you right now. Where are we? There we go. Turn the sound down. Yeah. Right. So I may not be looking at the camera all the time, but that's because I have to kind of look somewhere else to read the chat. Oh, this is weird as well because this is really behind. This is behind than what's actually happening. Okay, we've got loads of people here now. You might want to get this up on yours because I can't.
My phone's down there.
Oh, goodness me. We're unprepared. We're unprepared. There's no professionalism in this live whatsoever. We're literally just here to have a conversation. Yeah. So, I've lost my chat box. Hello, everybody. Thanks all for joining. Preparation is for rank amateurs. Yeah. Nice slippers.
They're awesome. They're my monkey slippers.
We're just here to chat away today. Basically, I'm working on several videos at once, and I just haven't had the time to. I've got one together for you today. I've got one short, 2 feeding videos that I'm working on. One will have it to music, one will have it with me speaking. I've got rehousing of the AVIC to come out. I've got another one I filmed today, which I'm not going to be talking about at the moment. But yeah, there's that one to do as well. Oh, and we're quite possibly going to maybe place a Portsmouth Tarantula order to come in next week as well. So that'll be something else, but we're still kind of debating that because funds are a little bit tight. Oh, look, it's your mum.
Hi, Mum.
Yeah, you'll have to excuse me looking scruffy as well. I've been doing a lot of night shifts. Very tired. When I did have a day off, I stayed up all night tidying my house till 8:30 in the morning. And I just put my daughter to bed. So, yeah, I'm just going to sit here and have coffee and enjoy having a chit chat. So, is there anything anyone particularly wants to talk about today or wants to ask either of us? You just crack on.
I've got legs. Yeah.
You've got legs. Yeah, and what we're up to is literally nothing. I just finished filming one video, which I'm not going to talk about. It was a mystery box. Some of you will already know what it is if you were in another live video. But it was a prize mystery box, not a tarantula mystery box. But I was very happy with what was inside. So you'll have to wait to see all that. What's the best starter bug for me to start with? It depends where your locality is. So I always recommend starting with stick insects, but if you're over in the States, you can't keep them as far as I'm aware. You can in Europe, you can in the UK. I think you can in Canada as well, or a certain amount of species in Canada. But that's something that I'd always recommend for a beginner if you're able to actually keep them. Where are we? Have I got the name for the cricket yet? And how is the rather fat cricket? Cricket is doing well. It's doing absolutely fine. I haven't chose the name yet. Comments still seem to be coming in. I honestly didn't expect that many people to watch the video on the cricket, nor did I expect that much of a response when the prize is only a mug. So I don't know if people saw me put out a little YouTube post where I did a poll whether merchandise was something you'd want as giveaways, because to me, that's a lot easier. It doesn't cost me that much money to get mugs made, a little bit more to get t-shirts made, but it's still possible to do. And I can get them shipped out easy. When it comes to live things, that's when things get complicated because I can either make them UK only or I have to go speaking to various companies from other parts of the world to get things out to you guys. And there's certain countries where I don't know anything or anyone that supplies. And that's when things get complicated for me. But if merchandising is something that will work as giveaways, I can certainly do them a lot more regularly. Where are we? Your mum.
Yeah, Mum, I'll ring you soon.
That's a basic answer to your mum. That's hilarious. Am I going to the Northern show? Unfortunately not. It's too far for me. So I live in the southwest in Devon, but on the border of Cornwall. So the Northern one is a little bit too far for me to get to. 700 eggs, just looking to get into helping them hatch. I actually have a video. I can't remember if I spoke to you before. Lots of people message me, so I do apologise if you're one that already has or not. But there is a video, if you go back a bit, about how to take care of Ova. And that's pretty much what I recommend you to watch, because it's worked with everything. I wanted to actually do, talking of that, I wanted to do an update of that, because the stick insects I used as an example were my Phasmagigas, and they started hatching. Fantastic. Thought I'd do a video update for you on which Ova hatched when. Unfortunately, all the babies died. I don't know why. I raised them the same as I did their parents, and I raised their parents with no trouble from nymphs. These just refused food. Different food plants were tried, different environments were tried, nothing. But I sent a few of my over to other people, such as Dan from Stick and Mix, and his is eating. So maybe there's a temperature difference between mine and his. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm hoping his survive. But mine, I've still got more to hatch, so we might be okay. But at the minute, I was devastated, absolutely devastated. Where are we now? Oh, goodness me, I'm not very good at using this phone.
Jade, yeah, I had my fringe cut in the other day, and I've had a load taken off the end of my hair as well. Thanks for noticing.
Greg says BTS. I am going to go to the BTS. Work haven't said yes or no to me yet, but I booked a hotel anyway because I want to go. They either let me have it off or I leave. Like, I shouldn't say that on the internet, but seriously, that's the one show I can't miss any year unless it's for some serious reasons. So I'm going to go whatever they say, pretty much. And if you know my work and dog me in, go ahead, because I'm going. Yeah, so I would love to see you at the BTS. I've lost my chat again. I can't use a phone and talk on a camera. What's this?
What have you done?
Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm all right. I'm all right. Right, where are we now? Yeah, Northern show I can't do. Western invert show, if work will allow me to have it off, yeah, because I can do that in a day trip. So like 2.5 hours away, I think, if that. Your mum's got a spider in her hallway.
Wow.
Get her to send you a picture. Mealworm and feeder video. I could certainly do a whole feeder video if you like. The only reason, a few people have asked me to do the mealworm farm update, and I'm going to be honest with you, the reason I didn't do a mealworm farm update is because I have very few things I bother feeding mealworms to anymore. So when I did that farm, it was very successful. I had literally hundreds and hundreds of babies. Then I stopped farming them because they were just dying out, growing as beetles, getting older, dying out. I use so little of them in comparison to when I started breeding roaches, which I could do a video on for you, but I've literally just finished my culture of roaches now, which have lasted me a good 6 months, I'd say, roughly, and I didn't actually get a huge amount to start with. But when I've repurchased them, I can do the how to keep the roaches and use them as feeders for you if you like. I can redo a mealworm farm for you one day, because I know that video was so old now that it was probably really badly recorded. So I'll certainly do one. I think you want one, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
I can either redo that video, or we can make Kelly do the video on how to do it when I show her, if you would rather.
When you show me.
Yeah, I've been telling her. I've been telling her I sort out a farm now for ages, and I haven't. Right, where are we now? Would I get reptiles? Me personally, I'm not a big reptile fan. We have a corn snake in the house. It's not mine. It's my housemate's, as you would say. But it escaped once, I think, because they're quite smart, really, on how it got out. It managed to pull a wire, which knocked a bit of plastic out in the corner of the Viv and got out that way. But I love watching them. I like videos on them, and I like seeing them at zoos, but they're just not my thing to keep.
I like them. I like stuff like that. I wouldn't mind them, but I don't know. I'll have to see what John says about that.
Thanks for the advice. No problem. Where are we? Hi, Kelly. How are your teas doing?
Oh yeah, they're all really good. They're all very good. I've got something cool coming up that you might want to watch on my next video. On what day is it now? Wednesday. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's video, yeah.
So you'll see a little something on one of those. So you have to watch out for that. But they're all doing really well. And I want more.
I can't use this thing. Did you take a screenshot? Oh, the fringe. You were talking about the fringe. Okay.
What?
She says, yeah, the fringe looks nice on you. And it says, did you take a screenshot? Screenshot of what? Are we still talking about the fringe? Green bean sticks, moss and springtails. It's taking so long. Up temperature, probably. I don't know what temperature you have them at, but the warmer it is, the quicker they tend to develop, and the quicker they come out. As long as it's not so hot that you're going to boil them alive, but the higher the warmth, the better. But sometimes it's genetic as well. So I've had over of things that are supposed to hatch within 4 or 5 months, for example, and they've hatched after a year. So the only real recommendation I give is don't bin them. If you decide you don't want them anymore for any kind of over, freeze them off so they're dead, and then bin them, because you can actually get fined if they hatch somewhere and they trace that back to you, if it's not native to your country. But yeah, I just increase the temperatures and hope for the best. Do certain, every few weeks, do like a slightly stronger misting maybe, because rainfall can encourage nymphs to hatch, especially from warmer countries. So they see that the fact that the rain has fallen, there's moisture in the air, there's things to drink, and it kind of encourages them to come out. Just don't do it too often, because otherwise it breaks that sort of cycle. Where are we now?
Sarah said, something's just crawled out of the box on the left. Derek mentioned it.
Box on the left.
Where? What can they see that we can't see? What box where?
Which is left to them?
I don't know. Is he having us on?
Probably, yes.
John's here. Hi, John. He's called the Doom Bar. Where's your purple dress?
Hang on, I ain't even caught up here. Where are we?
I'm just reading
Have you bred African praying mantis? I've not actually bred any mantis yet. I know how to breed them, and its projects for this year is to be mantis breeding. But I've never actually bred one myself. I've had ooths laid, conditions correct for ooth laying, but they were infertile because they weren't mated, basically. But it is something I'm going to be doing this year. Right, now I've caught up to that box on the left thing. I'm really far behind here. Where's your purple dress? Well, unfortunately, it wasn't actually mine, so I don't have access to it at all times. But maybe one day I'll find out where it's actually kept, and I'll put it on, because because that day it was just there in the pile of clean washing. Delivery come from the Spider Shop tomorrow. 4 new teas. Are they ones that you're gonna reveal to us, or do we have to wait and find out what you've got? Oh, Greg's made a commitment not to buy any teas until the BTS. Damn, it's hard. Yeah, I said the same thing. I also said I wasn't drinking till the BTS, and that went out the window. But we decided we're not doing any out drinking now. We're not going out having luxuries. Because obviously we hang out quite a lot. We do a lot of bug chat. We do a lot of bug things in this house, like all the time, whether it's the arachnids, it's mantis, it's stick insects. Because you're trying to learn quickly, aren't you? And there's a lot of teaching going on. But then, of course, when you hang out with your mates, you want to kind of do other stuff as well. And you go out and you have a beer, and then it all gets messy and your money disappears. So we've made the deal now that we don't do any out drinking until the BTS is done. Your challenge is there's more subscribers. Oh, thank you very much. And that one's.
You're there.
Hi, Robert. No, I'm just better looking. I'm checking. All right, I'm going to skip to the bottom now. I'm sorry if I'm going to miss. If people want to rewrite things that were important, just because I'm really far behind, so I will skip down. If you want to rewrite anything, feel free, but I'm never going to catch up else. Oh my goodness! Right, scroll down, down, down. How's the Sturmy doing? Still fine. I'll be rehousing it possibly next week. The home it's in is still an okay size, but I just want to, basically. I want to house it in something a bit bigger so it can stay in that enclosure for longer. There's lots of rehousings coming up next week. Because I picked up enclosures from Bugfest. So I've got to house 1, 2, that one 3, that one 4. Be between like 4 and 6 different tarantulas are going to be housed next week. So there'll be some videos on that as well.
Where are you up to? Oh yeah.
I like your channel because it's not just tarantulas. I love other inverts too. Sticky Sex Pro Mantis. Yeah, thank you. I never wanted to primarily focus on tarantulas, and I know a lot of it went that way lately, but that's just because the addictions kicked in for it. And although I kind of wanted to focus mostly on the stick insects, they take a lot more room, especially because I try to keep a lot of larger species, and mantis, tarantulas, various other things can be in a lot smaller spaces. Beetles and the stick insects can't. They just can't, because like an arboreal tarantula, they need height, but they will also need the width as well. It's a bit of a nightmare. And I want to get back into them. I want to get back into them strong this year, but it's about space at the minute for me. I think maybe I'll start raising certain species, wait until they've bred, sell off the babies and the ova, or pass them as giveaways, things like that, then stop with that species and try a new one. That's kind of how I'm thinking of going. That way I'm keeping the same amount of space every time, which is 1, 2, 3. 3 major enclosures for stick. No, 4 major enclosures for stick insects that I've got, and I could probably fit 1 or 2 more. And it's just going to be a lot of swapping and chopping and changing around. Anyway, I'm talking for too long. I've lost where we are again now. Oh, Hobbyist has said the ones that he's getting. There's some nice ones there. So I got the Avicula species Quitara from Bugfest. So definitely all about that. Got a Brachypema amelia at Bugfest as well, but it was a tiny little sling. You got the versicolor.
Yeah.
And neither of us have that particular brachy's. Oh, Robert, you're getting out of hospital today. Oh, that's great news.
Oh, yeah.
You'll have to message me and give me some more details on how that goes, how that went. Sit next to Kelly and look at her face.
I think my comments are going to come up way better than yours do. Yours keep disappearing.
Yeah, they do. That's because I've got it landscape.
Turn it up then.
Okay, that would make sense.
Simple, isn't it?
Have I got an eBay account? No, I used to. I used to sell on eBay. I'm not really going to do it. If I sell anything on it, it'll probably be in private sale. Or I've got my Facebook, my Buggrounds Facebook page. Anyone that's not on that can feel free to add that. And I might put surplus stuff on there as well when I've got it, and see how that goes. A lot of the time, I just give stuff away, though, if I'm honest. But I've given away so many of my stick insects to people just because, well, I don't know, if they enjoy having them, as long as they're going to look after them, I don't mind doing so. And we got leaf insects from the Northern Show. I don't know a huge amount when it comes to the leaf ones. They're slightly different, but I just don't mix them with any other kind of phasmid, basically. If you put them in with normal stick insects, they will bite them, thinking they're leaves. Because for some reason, I don't know why, like surely as soon as you've taken a chunk out of something, you realise it's not a leaf and it's actually a living thing. And they still continue to try and eat them, which is ridiculous. They also tend to like a lot of ventilation. So mesh enclosures will be good. Or if you're using a tank, just make sure it's got kind of a cross ventilation, or perhaps even a fan near it, something to keep the circulation going, because they really do like high ventilation. Sorry, I'm actually not very well at the moment, so you'll have to put up with me coughing and spluttering and making her ill so she can take it home with her.
No, thank you.
What have I lost now?
Gar's on here.
Debbie and Sam. Hey, Gar.
Hey, Dave.
Oh, remind me when the BTS is. 19th of May, Sarah. It's BTS. I'll be going up on the 18th, though, to meet everybody. Get my first P Metallica. Oh, nice one. I was looking at one today, wasn't I? I don't have the money.
Yeah.
I don't have the money. I'm sat there staring at it going, I want it. I want it. I want it. I can't afford one. I can't afford one. £70 mystery box from Portsmouth Tarantulas. Opened it today, done a video on it, but it was amazing. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. They are brilliant, I've got to say. And we're probably going to put an order in too. Right, anyway, back to that was where Gar was. Oh, other people have answered my questions for me. Do all Tarantulas need a heater? None of mine have one. I just keep my room temperature to a majority of what's needed. I have a slightly cooler side of my room and a slightly warmer side of my room, and I kind of base it around that. And I haven't had any problems temperature-wise, really, but I've got a little thermostat-y thingy where I can have the heat to the exact point that I need it in the room. So I can work off that, whereas I know not all houses have that as an option. Which hotel am I in? Oh, you're going to get me a lot of stalkers now, Greg. No, it'll be the Leamington Spa Holiday Inn for the BTS. Oh, I'm lost where I am here.
Oh, I missed something from Anna, if it's still on there. Have your teas come yet, Anna? Because you told me that they were coming. You have to let me know.
Best bug to put in your girlfriend's onesie.
John!
Cockroach.
No! John,
I'll pass
stop
some
being
to you.
silly.
I'll send some to you. And
It's John.
then it's up to you. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm going to send them to him. I can't send them to him as a stranger, can I? Yeah.
No, don't.
Oh, scorpions.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you have to put a scorpion in there. I've got a baby one. It'll fit right in. Won't even notice it for a while.
I'm not wearing onesies from now on.
Right, where are we now? I'm scrolling down again because I'm a little bit lost here. I didn't actually expect this much of a turnout, to be fair, for a last minute sort of thought today.
Yes, Anna! Woo! Go on, girl. Proud of you too.
Ah. Good choices, though.
Yeah.
Very good choices.
She's got one like me.
Got one like me.
She's got one like me.
Sorry, I'm catching up here. Millipedes in a onesie.
No.
That's a cracking idea.
No. I just saw that. No.
A little bit of advertising going on here and all. My So Many Legs mug. The only reason I bought this mug of tea, where you get the 3 little slings inside, I didn't even buy it for the slings, I just wanted the mug. Well, I was happy what I got though.
What was it you got in there again?
I got Amelia sling.
Oh yeah.
O Species Negros, and you know what? I don't even remember what the other one was. It's up there somewhere. I'm too lazy to stand up and have a look. It is up there. What temperatures do I keep them at? Well, right now it's low, but I try and go for around mine varies throughout the day. So I don't tend to go much higher than about 25 because that's boiling in this room. And then I can keep it at quite a lot of the day in around 22, which some will want higher, some could do with lower, but I don't ever go past the 25 because that's just too hot then for me, let alone everything else in here. So I tend to keep mine around 22. And things seem to be still malting at the right sort of pace. And then I have it a bit cooler at night as well. Only because if I keep a standard temperature at night and in the day, I feel personally that it kind of, I don't know how it affects, because obviously if things are captive bred, they're used to a certain thing, but things in the wild, obviously they have a drop in temperature at night. And it affects stick insects particularly as well. Same with lighting. I don't ever leave a light on all the way through the night. I don't know what it's like with the teas and things, but with the stick insects, if they don't have their day and night cycle, they actually get confused, and it can affect them growing up, them molting. There's actually certain species that won't even molt, period, without having a cold spell to represent winter. So then I'll have to put them in a cold spot in my house. It's really, really bizarre. I can't go into all the details. Yeah, I don't know them fully, but that's kind of a brief explanation of it. Kelly, what's your dream tea?
Tea Caledonia, but I'm just dreaming there, really, aren't I?
Do you want to buy you one?
Don't think so.
John, look up Tea Caledonia, okay, on Google, see how much they are, and if you can afford one, you have to buy one. I ain't gonna.
Christmas present, pretty please. And people stop giving them ideas of what to put in my onesie. It's really
I hope to get Tea Stereo, Tea Blondie. Oh, hang on, I haven't finished reading it yet. I'm gonna start saving. 8 years since I went to the show. Yeah, you have to go. I want a Blondie as well. I've wanted one for ages. Got a little Sturmy. Yeah, what do you think about millipedes?
No. They creep me out. There's far too many legs. Like, far too many. Well, I don't mind looking at them, but I don't know if I could own one, but I don't know. Nah, I'm not sure.
Robert's rides here. No worries. You take care, buddy. Get home safe. I like Apotheosis much more than Blondie or Sturmy. Yeah, I like them too, but I never see them. I occasionally see them at shows, and it's always when I've already spent all my money. But I don't see them online that often. Oh, your mum's off. See you later.
Bye, Mum. Millipedes are okay. Centipedes are the devil. Yeah, I agree there. I think I'd rather have a millipede than a centipede.
I'm in the market for a new centipede, though. Been talking to Tony Webb from Venomous Feelings at the moment. I can't get it yet, but I plan on getting a new centipede off him as soon as I'm able. What's the best amount to save for a show? I spent about 300 quid at the BTS last time, and I know people that spent a lot more than that. I would save up a few hundred at least, because the last thing you want to do is get there, you see something exciting, you buy it, and the next thing you know, you've got no money left. Or you buy it and then you think, oh, I haven't got an enclosure for that, so you pick up a nice, decent, cheap enclosure, but it all adds up, and then you look around, you're like, oh, okay, I've got no money left. I mean, I had hardly anything. I took 100 quid to Bugfest, and that's a small show, and I still spent it.
No, I reckon you dropped it all because you just keep it all in your pocket and you just start pulling notes out everywhere like that.
YouTube life, I'm rich and famous.
I robbed him.
But yeah, I bought 3 enclosures there, and that was like 60 quid of my money gone already. They were decent though. Good luck with breeding of the Theraposes. We shouldn't be talking about breeding Theraposes if Gar's here. We might cause some tears. Alright, where am I now? Oh, Damien. I'm not impressed. I'm actually very impressed. I've always wanted to own them, and I just ain't got the money for that either. I don't think I'll ever will have the money for that. But let me know how they go. Did you say Ben was here?
Yeah.
Go away, Ben. I'm joking. I'm joking. I love you, Ben. I see you guys talking about ham. I've always wanted to go to that.
What's that?
That's some expo thingy-majiggy in Germany, I think.
Oh,
is that right? Is ham in Germany? I don't know. If somebody gets footage, I shouldn't be able to. Somebody gets footage of ham, send it to me on my Facebook or if anyone's got it, footage of that expo in ham. I've always wanted to see what it looks like. So I really, really want to see that because I'd love to go there at some point. Jennifer says, I think I'll go to shows with what you have in mind. I don't ever do that because I'm terrible. Because then I'll buy everything I have in mind and then I'll be like, right, well, I already knew I was getting that. So now I have to get other things because that's what excites me. That's just me personally, though. It don't work for me. I've tried it before and it went horribly wrong. It's because if I've got something in mind and then I'll pick it up, or if I reserve something, I'm like, well, that's already done. So now it's time for new things, forgetting the fact that I still have to pay for that item or animals. It doesn't work for me. Ham is not fun. Same shipment as 2 polymorpha. That's what I'm looking at getting. How often does this ham show come up then? I think we're making John hungry. What's Ben talking about? What have I missed?
I don't know. There's so many comments.
Yeah, I'm getting lost here. Best breeders in the world, go there. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to have to one time then. There's a guy, I can't remember his name now, who deals with the stick insects in ham, and he's got a ridiculous amount. Absolutely ridiculous amount. I mean, that guy must chop down a forest every week just to feed him.
It sounds good to me. I like a bit of chaos. I like busy places, lots going on. Can we go?
Yeah, 4 times a year. Okay. Oh, footage is difficult. We in Germany are not allowed to film at these kinds of shows. Oh, that's a pain. Bye, little flickers. See you later.
Four times a year.
I'm guessing that's every quarter then.
Yeah.
It'll have to be a next year jobby then, probably. There's not something you can do in a day.
No.
I have always wanted to go though.
Sounds good, doesn't it? I would like to. Hey, Charlie.
Damien, you can always send me pictures through Facebook if you want. I'd love to see them. I'd like to see your setups as well, because I'm still really new to the centipede world. And I'd kind of like to learn a little bit more.
I want to go to Germany.
Well, thanks to you guys, now I have to spend more money on going to Germany. Wonderful.
I have to get you on a plane. You don't like it?
I don't like planes. I'll get on a plane. Germany's not that far, is it? You can go on a Eurotunnel anyway.
Oh, yeah. I'd rather go on a plane now. It's fun.
All right, maybe.
Hello, Al.
Ham or BTS? BTS is where I will be going. Ham is where I want to go next year. BTS, I'll go every year. I don't care. I don't care what people say. I don't care if I lose a limb. I'm going to go there every year.
I can't wait to go to BTS.
Germany's beautiful most of the time. I've actually been to Germany once. And I found it very different, probably because I couldn't speak German very well. All I remember is, this was in the school days, all I remember is my friend having diarrhea and having to pay every time he wanted to use a public toilet. And that was hilarious because they basically robbed him, because every 10 minutes he was going into the public toilet and paying them money.
That's really funny.
It was great. All right, Greg, see you later, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Too Dahani right now. Oh no, the flagtail centipede, for some reason, it didn't make it in the end. It wasn't eating properly. I tried feeding it. It wasn't that long ago that passed, actually, so it must have been eating originally. I tried to keep it all within the right husbandry, and then just one day, just nothing. It wasn't moving much, and it hadn't eaten for a while. Wasn't taking to anything. The prey was still. I used to just leave the prey in, and it was still running around. I was gutted, actually, because that was the first one I bought from Tony. I've got one other centipede somewhere. I won't show you because it's too hard to get out, which I've had for a year. In fact, this centipede I've still got, I've had since the very first video I did on YouTube. So I don't know how I've kept that one alive for a year, and I messed up the one I bought from Tony. I guess there are different husbandry conditions. So I'm just going to make sure I do a bit more research next time and see exactly what I messed up with, because I was really gutted. I love that centipede. Right, I've not been looking at here now. What have I missed?
Nothing. I'm trying to stay in the same place you are, because I get carried away with reading.
What are you naming my cricket? I don't know yet. I haven't decided what to name the cricket yet. I've got over 100 comments to go through. I've just started swiping them now. And I'm going to pick a day where I'm going to just go through the whole lot. I'm going to take my time with it. I'm going to leave it to build up, because still more people are commenting now and again. I'm going to give it some time, build up, and pick one that I just really enjoy the sound of. And we'll go from there. So I've not got a deadline on it as such. Germans can't even talk German. Oh, when did Al join?
Ages ago, because I said hello to him.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember now. Sorry, Al, wasn't ignoring you. Yeah, Damien, he is brilliant, Tony. It is a shame that, obviously, you're at the other side of the pond. Oh, I can't be too much longer actually on this live. So if there's any like major questions, the only reason being is I've actually got to contact somebody soon in regards to something I've got today. I can't really talk about it all on here. So I've got to go, certain species that I got today, I am going to be speaking to a friend about how they're kept. So that's a mystery. It's to do with a mystery box, by the way. I haven't just bought things that I don't know how to look after. So I've got to go and have a chat with him and see how to set everything up correctly for them, and they will be in a future video anyway. All right, the King, let's not talk to Ben about him and his blondie. Just because I'm jealous, because he had that one, then he had another one, and everybody keeps opening blondies, and then I keep crying.
And I have to keep listening to him crying about it.
Never been to a show. None of my friends have the same interest as me. Was to go alone. I just say go. You just got to go with these things. So the first show I ever attended was a Western invert show. And Sarah, who was in the chat, I don't know if she still is, she took me up there. And I was that petrified. She had to do all the talking for me. So even people like Lee from the Spider Shop, she did the talking for me. You know, and now we chat every time. It's always, hey, Sam, always shaking our hands. We have a great chat. But back then, I was terrified of everything. And I didn't even know her very well either. And yeah, so I was terrified, to be fair. I didn't know what I was doing, who I was talking to. I only really knew about the stick insects. I didn't know much else. So my first show was a bit weird for me. And I wasn't, when I first went to that show, I didn't know a lot of the YouTubers either, even watch as many of them. So I couldn't really chat and say hi. And then when I started doing the YouTube and started going to shows, then everything completely changed. And it's so nice to meet people that just know who you are from watching your videos. And if you're not on YouTube, meeting actual YouTubers, because every one of them is really nice, aren't they?
Yeah.
Met a fair few now. And I think it's just one of those hobbies where it's just full of lovely people. I don't know why, because to most normal people, getting into creepy crawlies is just weird. You know, to most normal humans, they're like, why? Why would you want that in your house? But the community side of it all, everyone's just really, really lovely.
Yeah. What was the one we went to before I did anything? Before I got any? Was it the
Southern show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I turned up with Sam, and I wanted to go and see what it was all about. And then we went out one evening, and a few of the YouTubers come along, and I never met any of them, and I just recognised a few faces and stuff, and I didn't keep any of these animals, and I didn't have a clue about much, and everyone was just really nice, weren't they?
Yeah.
And I felt like I'd been their friends for ages, and then I was like, oh, actually, these people are okay. Maybe I should start getting into this as well.
Yeah. Ben was there that day,
Yeah.
and he's in our chat right now. He was there having a drink with us. I've lost where we are now. We're just chatting away because we're all mad. Those people just boring, yeah. Oh, Ben. Ben, I've been really impressed with your views, mate. They, not just the subscribers, but like your actual views are really good. In fact, most of your videos are better than mine lately. So, yeah, you're doing a cracking job there. I haven't watched your newest one, actually, Ben. I'm going to have to watch that after this one. Is it up yet, or did you just put a picture of it? Is it up yet? His Box of Hate one? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it, yeah.
Oh, you watched it. Oh, she's watched it.
I watched it.
Fangirl over there.
I was up until like 4 this morning, just like that, on my phone.
So, yeah, I have to watch that. Sam, when are me and Gav meeting up with you and Kelly? Well, mate, you're the one that's never free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come round now if you want. Like, if we're gonna actually meet up properly and have like a little drink and things, then obviously we'll have to work around. None of us have got work the next day, which is where the problem lies. And when you said about the days you were free to go to the pet shop next week, none of those days fit around when both of us were free either.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you, did you mean this date to this date, or whether you just meant 2 specific days? But then neither of our schedules at work kind of fit around that, which was a
Can't we all just
pain.
agree on a day and book it off work or whatever, so we can get together and have a laugh?
Yeah. Well, if it's ever a Wednesday or Thursday, I can do it, but it would have to be at my house because my daughter would be in bed. If it's not a Wednesday or Thursday, I'd have to try and book it off. Although I've got loads of days off next week, but you're not off on any of them, are you?
And what?
The days off I've got next week. They gave me loads of days off, didn't they? No, because you're in on the Friday, you're in on the Sunday, you're in on Thursday as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it's your fault this time.
Not my fault.
We'll arrange something. Reese Beauty, yeah. Sorry, I only read a bit of your conversation there. That'll probably sound really weird, but yeah, no, I completely agree with that. To do with the community being so nice. When's the BTS show? 19th of May. Definitely worth looking into. Definitely worth going. It's the one show a year that I wouldn't miss. So, all the YouTubers attending BTS. There'll be a big bunch of us. I can guarantee that. There won't be as many. I don't think Petco from Dark Den is going this year, but he went last year. So I've had photos with him. They're on there somewhere. He's probably he's in my BTS footage I did last year anyway. You just have to scroll back through my channel a bit. But it's normally the show that you'll see the most of us at. Not my fault, my job is busy. With Gav and message you. Yeah, no problem. That's if Gav replies. Where is he anyway? Tell him he's rude. He's not turned up to my live. We were watching his video earlier and he still ain't turned up to my live.
Yeah. Oh, I know, Anna, right? I keep tropical fish as well. And I've seen on some Facebook groups and stuff where people are just really mean towards each other about how they keep them and stuff like that. But this community is so much nicer.
Oh, apparently Petco is going this year.
Is he?
Yeah, I haven't actually watched his last few videos, not because I'm being rude, but because I've been trying to keep up with a lot of like some of the, well, not smaller YouTubers as such, but some of the non-big guns who already getting the views, already getting everything else. And I kind of binge watch them after like maybe a month of footage. I'll just binge watch 4, 8, whatever videos they've done in like a month and catch up with them that way. And I spend most of my time with like the closer knit part of the community to me. So the people that I do see regularly or see at shows and things like that quite often. It's nothing against anybody. It's just the way I work. I like to offer my support to certain people, especially people that have always been good to me and that I can meet up with and so on. And then I binge watch those. But if he's going, that's fantastic. So. Well, in that case, if he's going, I don't know what hotel he will be in, so don't get yourselves all excited about being in necessarily the same one. So last year he stayed in a separate hotel, but everyone generally meets up at the Holiday Inn anyway, no matter what hotel they're in, because it's got a little bar in there. And last year we met there. First person I met was Mark from Mark's Tarantulas. Then I started seeing all the others coming in. Had a few drinks there, went out to a Frankie and Benny's, had an awesome meal there. A few of us kind of scattered. The rest of us just got very drunk, woke up really, really early in the morning, and then off we went. But I had early access last year. I don't have early access this year. So I'll be queuing just like everybody else.
I'm so excited.
Are you going to the Western Invert show? If I get it off work, yeah, because I can do that in a day trip. Hi, Amanda. How are you doing? Dan Oakley said he's coming this year, I think. Yeah, I think he goes. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't miss One for the World either, especially if Petco's going because they went together last time. Yeah, I was in the Holiday Inn. Yeah, so we'll be in the same place. Oh, and hi. Right, I'm going to give us 5 more minutes, guys, and then I'm going to be off. I've got to make this call and make sure I've set everything up correctly. I don't want anything dying through my neglect. So, just let it build up now. Bit under the weather. Yeah, I've not been feeling right either. Well, cough and throaty thing, and I just like to complain, really, to be honest.
Moan.
Good night. Getting a blondie at the BTS. That all depends on my funds. I'd love to get a blondie at the BTS. I've said that to you as well, haven't I?
Mm-hmm.
Keep going on about it, but we'll see what funds I have. My work situation, my hours are not as good as they used to be right now. So I've clearly offended somebody. No, it's quiet time of year. So although this is the time I'm going to start saving, my hours haven't been as good as usual. So it depends. What I've got man fleas. Sam, you need a Lemsip. No, I'm hardcore. I just fight it off with my own immune system and sound terrible for you guys. Going to the Western show, Bugwell. That's good. I will see you there if I can go. Hi, Tennessee. What did you miss? Most of it, mate. I'm going to be off in a minute. Nothing actually exciting. We've just been here to chat.
Chit chat.
Yeah. Whiskey? No, I don't do whiskey. Rum. It's rum all the way. You're going to go make some tea. Enjoy. Would you get an unsexed blondie sling for 70 or a female for 130 to 150? Difficult question. I'd say it depends on my funds. If I've got the funds to get the female for that price, and it wasn't going to affect me getting other things that I wanted that day, I would settle for the female. But then I'm still very new to actually sexing molts. So if I was very professional at doing it and I could do it off the bat like that, female, male, female, male, I wouldn't mind getting anything unsexed. But until I can learn to be able to do that quickly without having to send pictures to other people to help me, which I've done recently, to know if I've got it right or not. So far I've been pretty good, but yeah. Plus you've got to wait for the molt then, and then it might be chewed up. So if I had the spare cash, I would just go for an outright female. But how cheap is the rum at the Holiday Inn? They need to stock up. It's not actually that cheap there, but
you're probably going to sneak your own bottle around with you.
Yeah, I'm pretty terrible. But it's fine. We'll probably end up finding a pub elsewhere. I think the Frankie and Benny's had its own bar in the last one I went to, and it wasn't actually that bad for price, really. But I didn't pay for my meal either. See, I had more money last year because I didn't pay for entry, which isn't expensive anyway. I didn't pay for a couple of my drinks, and I didn't pay for my meal because I was like a Spider Shop VIP. So I got all of that stuff for free. I got hotel paid for me. So my Holiday Inn didn't cost me anything. I got an executive room as well. So it wasn't just a cheap standard room.
Gosh.
Yeah. So that was all courtesy from the Spider Shop. But I won't have that this year. Yeah, there'll be plenty. I'll probably be drinking on the train up, mate.
You're not going on the train.
Oh yeah, I'm not going on the train.
And you're not drinking in the car.
Ah. Well, so we'll just get there early, and then I can just drink. It's a holiday. It's a holiday.
No, you can't start drinking until I can drink, though.
Fair enough. Are we following you up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if that's all right. I got a message.
You know what I'm like?
The Invertebrarian saying he will watch soon, but he's having a shower first. He ain't gonna miss much. I'll tell him that now. You won't miss much. Just chit chat. Right. 5 minutes drive to the BTS.
Oh, how long is it going to be for us?
3.5 hours, I think.
Oh, God.
I think.
It's all right. Can manage that.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Right, I really do have to go now. I'm kind of like 20 odd minutes late for my phone call. So thanks for everyone for joining us. It's been great. I've been talking over Kelly the whole time. So
that's all right. I'm just reading everybody. Like, that's fine.
Okay, so got a lot of videos coming up. Make sure you've hit that bell icon because it makes a massive difference for you getting the notifications. Just being subscribed doesn't always provide you that information to let you know when a video goes up. And there will be, not yet, but there will be a lot more merchandise giveaways coming up in the future. And I don't want you to miss deadlines on those because most of them will have deadlines. It's just this one was just to mess around to see who was interested. So please make sure that you click that bell icon. And I will see you guys later. Don't forget to check out Critters and Creations as well. Her YouTube channel. That one there's a YouTube channel.
That one.
Yeah, especially for tomorrow's video. I haven't watched it myself, but I know what it's about and it was pretty awesome. So, yeah. That's it, I think.
It's been fun.
Kelly, do your own live. Yeah, I've been telling her that.
I used to do Facebook Lives or something else, and I used to enjoy that. So, yeah, why not? I'll do it at some point.
I'll make her. Right. See you later, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye. Boom.